Welcome to Focus in the Noise. Let's talk real conversations, real experiences, no shortcuts. You're watching Focus in the Noise. I'm Ed. Guys, I'm going to jump right into this. This is for my technicians out there. Whether you're a senior level technician, a junior technician, a maintenance technician, HVAC technician, plumbing technician, electrical tech, hell, it's just all the technicians. We all have that guy at the shop. Or have had that guy at the shop, or we've been at a shop where they had that guy that has to call you on everything. Whether it's finding a low voltage short, something's going on with the drain lines, this new install won't kick on, yada, yada, yada. And he knows a little about a lot of things. He's just not a seasoned tech, or she's not a seasoned tech. They just got here in the industry and they're getting their chance to spread their wings a little bit. Why instantly becomes a leading world professional expert in the subject of drains when a system overflows into the ceiling, or they got water damage, or they got burn marks, or they got this or that. That new technician becomes into a legal, worldwide known expert. What am I talking about? I'm talking about technicians that are not going back, checking the history on the jobs. You've got a House Call Pro, you've got Service Titans. Are you looking at the job before you get there? Are you sure you're looking at the right job you're supposed to be? This is the problem they said with the upstairs unit. We're not working on the downstairs unit. What's killing us? What's killing us as owners, as managers, is when a technician, not on purpose, misspeaks. We speak to the customer and we say, hey, I don't know what's going on here. That plenum install was terrible. It's crooked. It's like this. This is why the water damage. We need to get out here and replace all this. Not realizing that you walk over to the water heater that's in the attic, 10 feet over where the water leak is, by the way, and you're looking at daylight because the sun is beating through the attic. Guess what? There is no seal on that flue pipe, and it rained yesterday, and you're just watching the water go bloop, bloop, bloop. Water damage 10 feet away from the supply plenum. But because we don't have enough experience and enough foresight to call a manager, call whatever, even if you think it's wrong, give somebody a call and let them make the decision on whether you've damaged thousands of dollars worth of sheetrock. Seems like I've probably been burned by this, right? I'm a little sensitive to it right now. Yeah, I had a junior technician stop by and give a diagnosis on something he had no business talking about. And it wasn't that he was doing it on purpose. Maybe he thought that that's what happened. And then you get an install manager out there and he goes, dude, the water leaked 10 feet away and we're sitting here watching it drip. But now you've bought on to that customer and you've made them feel like your company did something wrong. Even worse, you get those guys that come in behind you, or you go into a house and they badmouth other people's things. So it's one thing to badmouth other people's things, badmouth your own company's things. Well, the last technician out here didn't even mention you had a, XYZ. You are hired to do a job. You're hired to give best practices, do the very best quality work that you can, right? Educate a customer on facts, based on your experience. And if it's out of your experience and out of your wheelhouse, throw the flag up and call the office. So you not work at a place where you can't call and say, hey man, I don't know what this is. I know they're out there. And I know some folks are out there to go, hey, you know what? This drain pan's got water. It's probably a cracked drain pan. We need a new coil. And now they don't have new coils because the refrigerant changed. Mr. Customer, you need a new system. How many systems get sold on a cracked drain pan that we never opened the door and looked at? We owe these people responsibility, not only to the customers, to the managers, to the owners, to the people that are paying the bills, and understand that what you say will be held against you in a court of law. You are now an expert on drain lines. Installers, they ran it up this way, and this is why it's overflowed this way. Boom, boom, boom. You sure about that? Because it's a thousands and thousands of dollar mistake when you overtalk and out of your turn in an area that you're not sure about. I'm not coming down and saying everybody's terrible and, you should do excellent work every time. And you're right. If you get out there after an install and you see the drain lines going up that or the plenum's leaning down like that, you know what you need to do? Call that office. Don't walk down the stairs and petrify a customer that just spent $15,000 with you that you guys did something wrong. Maybe you did. Isn't that for somebody with a little higher pay grades job to decide that? You're supposed to report and find and call back. Now, I don't know how it is in every industry, but in my business, I want to know if something's not right. The customer didn't pay for that, right? But please don't sign on to thousands of dollars worth of damage for myself, my customers, my insurance, and lose credibility with that customer thinking that, hey, my guys don't know how to do plenums. Don't be that guy, that gal. Ask and then educate yourself. Okay, why is this like this? You don't walk up to a furnace and say, you know what, that looks like used gas line. Those installers. Why are we blaming our own installers? Just our teammates. Well, we didn't know. I got to your call late, ma'am. The dispatcher put me on the wrong time frame. Why are we so easy to jump on and attack everybody that's helping us? If you're a technician out in the field, it's your job to be out there, open your eyes, close your mouth, diagnose, and then execute. And if you're not at a level where you're able to do that, because guys, trust me, not everybody knows everything, and I don't expect you to. And if you are a junior technician skilled on maintenance and you've learned maintenance and that's where you're at right now, but you're not into variable speed motors yet, you're not into zoning, let's stop talking about zoning. Let's start talking about what the last guy did wrong. Let's find somebody in our organization that can get him the right answer. In my organization, we've got senior technicians, we've got installation managers, we've got operations managers. You could call me, run it by me, because the last thing I want to do, for one, is do something wrong, admit to something wrong, buy into something, go change a supply plenum because you said it was crooked, and the water heater, because nobody looked behind it, had been dripping the whole time. And now 40,000 gallons of water hits the floor, and they're like, well, that plenum, let's hit that checkbook for $10,000 and pay for ceiling and floor damage because we thought, and we didn't think enough to be quiet and call and ask. Do a little deeper dive in. Did you even throw a level on a plenum? Did you not notice there's a foam block underneath it, or it's strapped, or it's this or that? How did it get that way? The last time I looked, they do not stretch themselves out. I'm not saying, guys, that if you see something wrong, you don't report it. And you do tell your customer everything you can, but you can't petrify them on things that you don't know about. And if you do know about it, call your manager. Call the owner and give them a chance to verify what you're saying, because what you're saying is the gospel when it comes to attorneys and to inspectors and into the board of everything. We owe it to our customers. We owe it to our businesses, our companies that are paying us to be out there, to be thorough, investigate all you want to, and report up. And don't be so quick to throw the private equity guy under the bus because they get all the millions of dollars. They don't care. They just a number. Let's name drop. I don't go out there and drop names. Lord knows in Houston, Texas, there's so many names you could drop on air conditioning, and just because it's not done the way I do it doesn't mean it's wrong. We're so guilty and we're so quick to go, man, you don't need 5 tons of air conditioning. Have you ever looked at a manual J? Do you even know what that stands for? Have you looked at windows? Have you looked at other factors? When you're going in an estimate and the customer's coming to me and saying, hey, look, this is all wrong. Everybody has said this. I'm not everybody. I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it thorough. I'm going to spend my time doing it. And if I tell you it needs a 5-ton, guess what? In 16 years, it needs 5-ton. I know what I'm doing. I heat loaded. I did my manual J calculations. But just because you say it makes you the expert. And it puts you in a very peculiar spot when you got to go back and report to your boss that, hey, I said there was water in the plenum. We hung that plenum 6 months ago. Well, have they ever cleared out their drains? You ever seen a drain line back up and float a plenum? It happens. So why are you signing on to guilty? If you don't know, shut up and ask. Ask somebody else before you go and relay information that you're not sure about to a customer. Because for one, you just kill their confidence in me. I've built my company for 15 years. And in 15 years, 16 this year, people are confident in what I'm saying because it's the truth. I'm not going to put a bad plenum on. And if I do, by God, I'm going to stand up and say, I did that. It's accountability. Stop taking accountability for what's not yours, though. And just because you're not the owner or you're not the manager, don't kill that for the customer and the owner, or the customer and the manager, or, you know, it's our duty, our job to protect our company, our van, the name on that side. And we don't do that by throwing each other under the bus or complaining about bad work when you didn't even look into history and realize that your company put it in. You ever done that? Man, I don't know who put that in, bud, but it's terrible. Well, Bill, you guys did. Oh, man. Egg on my face. Hey, I'm out here to do a new maintenance, and man, you've needed a soft start kit for years, and I don't know why anybody hasn't ever said anything. Well, what did you do there? Did you get your point that, yeah, maybe Bill or Jim or Bob didn't offer a float switch last time, but because I just said you've needed it for years, you just killed the accountability. Why won't that customer ever call you again? I'm sorry it came off a little honked off, but man, I'm getting tired of... Here's the other thing, guys and gals. It's a hard industry, and it's a hard time on people's wallets. So if I could get $5,000 worth of work done or $5,000 worth of ceiling damage fixed, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to push the envelope, because ChatGPT is now my new attorney. How do I sue XYZ for this bad, shoddy work? It's too easy. Cover yourselves, cover your company, and cover your customer. It's your job. You've watched Focus in the Noise. I'm Ed. I appreciate your time, and have a good evening.